I want to find my particular window on the world through which I can get the true scent of a place and prop my elbows there and really write. And that place, that window is South Carolina, and particularly the Low Country, which is the place I love beyond all places in all worlds. Charleston has a tenacity to hold on to itself, you know, to hold on to its soul and not become mainstreamed. It really wants to belong to itself. All of those things are part of what makes Charleston what she is, which is this grand and astonishingly beautiful place to live, but a place that certainly brings forth my writing, and not only brings it forth, but sustains it, makes it richer, makes it deeper, and I think gives it the kind of texture that you want.
I started working on a culinary history of the Low Country, hoping to preserve some of the long-lost recipes. I started researching, and the farther I went back in time, the more interesting and elaborate the dishes became, and the more the dishes became. There were so many more foods that were so exciting, and I wanted to bring them back, because as I started testing recipes, I found that they were really delicious, wonderful food that relied, of course, on the fresh, local, natural stuff that grew here. In order to preserve this traditional food culture here, I have unearthed it and written about it and produced the foods so that they're available, and produced the recipes so that they're available, and tested recipes so that they're available for the modern home cook.
When a local child or a family come to the aquarium and from the Low Country here in South Carolina, what they see is a local salt marsh, a swamp, a habitat that perhaps they're familiar with where they live here in the Charleston area. And we hope that they see those animals, those habitats in a different way. They learn something about them they didn't know before. But ultimately what we hope is that their emotions are touched. So when they go back home, wherever they live in the Low Country, they'll see things differently, they'll want to understand it more, and perhaps they want to protect it more for future generations, so everybody can enjoy those wonderful places here in South Carolina, Low Country, for centuries to come.
We had several site searches where to put this children's museum, but it came down to what really served the children, what was really the best place for the children. There are local schools, there's the chemistry Y, there are residential, there's the tourist, we just thought this area was just the best. Growing up in Charleston, and having children here, it's such a wonderful thing to be able to bring your children into Charleston and have a place for them to come and spend 2 to 3 hours, and they're having a wonderful time. So I think it just adds to the flavor of Charleston.
One of the ways I look at Charleston is I believe it's a progressive community. We are making progress, we're on the move. I love the fact that we're making our life and our quality of life for our entire community better. As long as we're making a difference in taking care of health and human needs, we're going to create a healthy community that then can be involved in economic development and excellence and making this community the best place that it can be.
Our challenges are to maintain the physical beauty and the quality of life that we have during the time of great progress and improvement. We're working very hard to strengthen our economy and so that our kids don't have to leave. To allow Charleston to grow, to preserve its physical beauty, its natural beauty, but to make it a place where our kids will be able to stay and get good jobs and sink their roots deep into the soil and love it and preserve it and protect it as their forebears have.
My first love is Charleston because of its history, because of its beauty, because of its charm, because of its grace, but also because of the relationship that history has and had on this community, and how today preservation activity, interpretation, cultural identification is so strong here in Charleston. Many American cities don't have a cultural identity, but Charleston definitely has one, and it was heavily influenced by the African experience.
I can't imagine calling anywhere but Charleston home. This is the most wonderful combination of historical dimensions, of architectural grace, of a quality of the air, of interesting people, where I can walk to my office from my home, and where there's access, if you will, to the finest beaches in the world and some of the most beautiful waterways.